I just want to acknowledge the family and friends of our late colleagues Seymour Crawford and Brendan McGahon, and to extend our sympathies to them. While I didn't know Brendan personally, I heard the stories of a very colourful and outspoken character, which is probably in contrast to the more reserved approach Seymour always adopted. The fact of the matter is that I would not be standing here today if it wasn't for Seymour Crawford. As has been said, he was the person who introduced me to politics back in 2003, when I was co-opted on to Monaghan County Council in his place. So he took a chance on a woman with no history or involvement in politics, and I will be forever grateful for the opportunity he gave me. Seymour was not just a political mentor, he was a good neighbour and a very good friend. He was an extremely hard-working TD, and he served the people of Cavan and Monaghan with great distinction in Dáil Éireann from 1992 up until his retirement in 2011. And anybody who knew Seymour will know he was a gentle giant, he was steeped in agriculture and a man of the land and the people and all, he really was a man of the people and all things rural. He was extremely good-natured, and he would always go beyond in his efforts to help his constituents, whether that meant helping farmers preparing their accounts, filling up a medical card application, or just being there when they needed him. Politics and helping people was Seymour's passion. He was at his happiest when he was out and about meeting people, and even after his retirement he would continue his house calls to old friends, and he loved nothing more than recounting past political battles. Above all else, Seymour was a very successful politician, and he never lost an election. And he would have been the first to say that the secret to his success was the very loyal group of people helping him out across Monaghan and Cavan, but particularly in his home area of Ahabog. He introduced the political bug into that small little rural community when he was elected to Monaghan County Council back in 1991. And from that day to this, there has been an unbroken period of political representation coming from Ahabog. And it's a very proud history for a small community, and I know it is something that Seymour's family and friends, some of whom are in the gallery today, are very proud of. I often say you'll find the best canvassers in the country in Ahabog, because that's why Seymour trained them so well. And he didn't take no for an answer, and he would keep going into the late hours, and he'd say, "We'll get another house done." And it was those same people who worked so hard with Seymour down through his career during his various campaigns that rallied around to help when he passed away last October. I want to acknowledge in particular Seymour's nephews, Andrew, Alistair and his niece Kirsten, and his many friends, including Paddy Riley and Maura Greenan, who helped look after Drumkeen when Seymour was in Dublin. I know it's been a tough few months, but the one thing that has shone through is the esteem and the affection people all across Cavan and Monaghan had for Seymour Crawford. And I know he was held in very high esteem in the houses of the Oireachtas by everyone. Seymour leaves behind a legacy of hard work, decency, passion and commitment to serving the people who elected him, and it's one that everybody elected to this House and to public office should aspire to.
Let's all stand for a moment's reflection. Yesh Deger Evshid.